What is up, POW fam? And my name is Paul Limanolabradas, aka Paul POW, and welcome to the third vlog of our chess series of Paul POW called Pawn POW. And yeah, we are continuing some of the notable games in the FIDE World Cup. We're gonna analyze it. And one of the upsets, let's take a look about the craziest upsets in FIDE World Cup. It is just round 2, the round of 128. And let's see what this will goes. But today we're gonna find out on this game that happened in game 2, or I don't know if it's game 2 or I don't know. Is this game 2 or the tie breaks of the FIDE World Cup? Oh no, yeah. Yep, it's game 2 of the FIDE World Cup 2025 that is held in Goa, India. So this is a match between the 12 seeded, I guess, representing holding the bearing the FIDE-flag, Ian Nepomniachtchi and Diptayan Ghosh. I think that's from India. 117th seed. Indian Grandmaster, I guess. Diptayan Josh. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look on this 46th game between Nepo and Ghosh. So Nepo begins with e4. Pawn goes to e5 for Rosh. Diptayan. Let's just talk Diptayan. Knight f3, knight c6. Okay, and then Rui Lopez, bishop b5. a6. Okay, something's normal. Of course, gotta turn it back. And then bishop e4, knight f6. Castles. Bishop e7, rook e1, b5, bishop e3. Castles again. Pawn to a4, b4. Okay, there's pawn to d4, d6. And then they exchange the pawns and then knight bd2, a5. Okay, so a5 is kind of well over here, but yeah, those pawn trains are over there. So of course they exchange. We need to bishop c5, knight f3, queen e7, h3, bishop to e6. Okay, so as you can see, the diagonals of the bishop trying to now start to take over on this diagonal, but yeah, it's just still the beginning about that. All right, queen to d1 continues the game, and I don't think this is a good move. It says going down. Yeah, minus 0.8685. So, bishops. So the engine. I mean, so it suggested bishop c4. After bishop c4, they can exchange it and then lose this one. But let's see. What if I take this one and then there's check and then bishop and captures, or oh yeah, but it's still an advantage. So bishop takes, queen d1. No, bishop a6, and then the engine suggested suggested bishop c4, and then bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes c4, bishop g5, h6, and then they exchange. Oops, right over here, and at queen c5. Yeah, and then later on, it's going to go for here to pin the queen with no choice to capture it. So yeah, it gives a slight advantage for Diptayan, but how did he get that anyway? Let's take a look back. Oh, h3. So okay, there should have been bishop e3 and then bishop a6. Okay, so it should have been that move, bishop e3 and bishop a6, and then bishop c4, bishop takes bishop b6, and then g3, g6, h3. Well, seems interesting. I might expect about that. Well, let's take a look back. Queen d1. So let's continue this. Queen d1, rook a d8, knight to d2, bishop d4, queen f3, bishop takes. So, okay. So, this one, Diptayan, oops. Diptayan takes this this pawn on b2 so that the dark squared bishop of Nepo has to take it. But with that, if like that takes right over here. What's going on? This leaves the knight hanging, which gives a free knight. So yeah, but Diptayan takes 1 point over there, like 1 point advantage because of the bishop and pawn versus knight. But still, I mean, Diptayan is leading according to Stockfish Cafe. Queen e3. Let's take a look. Rook d8. Queen. Oh, f4. And you suggested it was suggest like queen g5, rook fe8, f4 and h6. No, no, no. Yeah, f4 and h6, and queen takes then c5, and then no, 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 not that. They exchange the queen and e5 knight h5. That would have been way interesting right over here, and then bishop c1 knight g3, bishop e3 c4, and this bishop is tempted to go to e2, somewhat like that, but because of this, you can. It's just a bit optional to do like this, but that's gonna lose a pawn over there. Let's take a look back. Pawn to f4, e takes, queen takes, c5, bishop d5, knight takes, e takes. So e takes now opening the file, like as you can see, and queen d6, queen g4, queen g6, exchange, rook a d1, rook d7, d6. All right, bishop e5, bishop b7. So this bishop is set to attack this pawn right over there. So Nepo has to be wary of that. Okay, bishop g3 is a bit fine. Then rook or bishop c6. Oh, now he's threatening this, and I mean it leaves a choice for Nepo because even though rook a1 was the move, it rook a1 is the move. The pawn is still protected with this bishop, which goes over here. I don't think that's a good move, but like it's already winning. Okay, bishop e5. Wait, I had a feeling bishop e5 is a mistake. Wow, I think that brings the game totally down for Nepo. Should have been like rook e5, c4, rook takes, and then they exchange, and then bishop e5. Yeah, and rook e6, bishop d4, b3 takes, and probably bishop d2. It might keep Nepo on momentum at this position, but with this rook a1, where is it? Rook a1 right over here. Yeah, it protects like this, as you can see, but of course the rook, and then this, if there's bishop takes d6 and then captures right over there, yeah, that would be good and all, but yeah. So after f6, king f2. Ooh, 2.59 to. Oh no, this is not looking good now for Ian Nepomniachtchi. King f2, king f7, pawn to h4, c4, rook ed1, rook e8, bishop f4, c3, g3, rook e6, rook b4, g5, takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I don't think Nepo can recover by this position. Especially e3, rook b5, rook f1. Oh, okay. Now I get it because threatening check right over here. And if he takes it, it's gonna be no king g1 check. But I don't think. Oh, rook takes. Ooh, rook. Wait, where's I get new variation? Rook takes c6. Like right over here. Ooh. And I can just like move it and then probably king over here. Hmm. All right, let's go back to king g8. But then there's g4, which makes Diptayan already winning. And then rook takes e3, rook takes e6. So that if he takes it, he takes this one, which makes them like equal. But this time now it's 3-4. So it's 1 pawn up now for Diptayan Ghosh. All right, but let's see. Rook e2, king f3 takes rook d6. Let's take a look back again. g4, rook takes, rook e2, king f3, rook takes, king takes. All right, rook b6. And then after a while, Ian Nepomniachtchi paused the clock and resigned in this position, knocking out. I mean, which makes Ian Nepomniachtchi officially eliminated in the FIDE World Cup 2025, is now heading to Cancun. Oh, wow. So Ian Nepomniachtchi goes home as a 12th seed. Another upset that we've covered here in Pawn POW against Diptayan Ghosh. This is crazy. Like 117th seed from India, I guess, Diptayan Ghosh. Literally just, oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. It is definitely an upset alert. It is an Indian chess dominance. It's the domination now of Indian chess. Since I think I could say like Vishy started everything because he's the first Indian chess grandmaster, and then he led into many grandmasters in India, and then the redominance of Indian chess to the world led by Gukesh Tomaraju, which is currently, I think, is now in round of 64 as well in the FIDE World Cup. And he ranks and he's seated first because he's the world champion. The world champion is actually the first seed in the FIDE World Cup. Wow. So I'm just excited who's taking on Gukesh Tomaraju coming up in 2026. Well, yeah. So the Ghosh advances to the round of 64. I don't know if it's the opponent, but I think they've already gone underway on the FIDE World Cup. But yeah. So let me know what your thoughts in this game, and feel free to comment if you had any analysis you had, and we can join, and we're happy for you to join the discussion. But that's it for our third vlog of Pawn POW, as we cover the game between Ian Nepomniachtchi and Diptayan Ghosh in the FIDE World Cup 2025 held in Goa, India. Thank you so much for watching, POW fam, and don't forget to subscribe and follow all of our socials on Twitch, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, Blue Sky, and our second channel, POW Vlogs, as we are set to bring you Pasko Fiesta 2025, the Christmas season, or the Christmas festival in my home city, Davao. So look forward to that in my second channel, POW Vlogs, and to my Facebook as well, Paul POW. That's it for me. This has been Paulie Manolo Broadas, aka Paul POW, Arena FIDE Master, and 8-time Wheeler of the Week, saying goodbye, and we'll see you in the next vlog of FIDE World Cup 2025. Let's find out what are we going to analyze in just a bit. But that's it. I'll say goodbye.